Okay, so something huge is happening in India right now. We're seeing this massive collaboration between the country's biggest manufacturers and some of the world's top tech giants, and they have one shared goal: to totally revolutionize how things are designed, built, and operated. So let's dive into what this new industrial revolution actually looks like.
And when I say this is a big project, I am not kidding. We're talking about a $134 billion investment into new manufacturing capacity. I mean, that is some serious financial firepower. And it's all behind this one ambition: to build the factories of the future today.
So you see a number like that, and it leads you to the central question of this whole explainer. What does it actually take to build this new future from the ground up? Because it's not just about money and steel anymore, it's about a completely new way of thinking.
To really get our heads around this, we're going to follow the entire journey, from idea to reality. We'll kick things off with the big vision for a new industrial age. Then we'll look at the digital blueprint. From there, we'll see how the AI factory gets built, how it actually thinks. And finally, we'll zoom out and figure out what all this means for the future of manufacturing everywhere.
So welcome to India's new industrial age. You know, the opportunity here is just immense. Instead of trying to upgrade old, clunky factories, India gets to build brand new ones that are defined by software and AI from the very beginning. It's a clean slate. And this right here, this is the mantra. It's the one phrase that connects everybody involved, from NVIDIA to Siemens to Tata. The goal is to build software-defined factories from day one. It's a simple idea, but it guides every single decision, making sure these places are smart, flexible, and super efficient right out of the box.
Now, you might think this all starts with pouring concrete, but you'd be wrong. It all starts with a digital blueprint. Before a single piece of equipment is even thought about, AI is already changing the game, revolutionizing how the products themselves are designed.
And the engine room for this phase? Well, it's powered by incredible software from leaders like Synopsys and Cadence, all supercharged by NVIDIA hardware. These are the tools that let engineers digitally create everything, from super complex computer chips to the appliances in your kitchen. And they can perfect them at a speed that was just impossible before.
And look, this isn't just some far-off theory. We are seeing real, tangible results across some of India's biggest industries. Havells, for instance, is running fluid simulations 6 times faster. L&T Semiconductor is cutting down the time it takes to design complex AI chips. And Hiromoto Corp, they're speeding up their entire product development cycle. It's all because of this digital-first approach.
Let's just pause on that first number for a second. 6x. By using Synopsys software on NVIDIA hardware, Havells, a huge name in home appliances, can run these complex fluid dynamic simulations 6 times faster. Now, this isn't just about going fast for the sake of it. It means they can test way more designs, which leads to more energy-efficient products, and they get them to you, the customer, that much quicker.
Okay, so the product is designed digitally. The next step is to design the factory digitally. And this is where a truly mind-blowing piece of tech comes into play: the digital twin.
So, what in the world is a digital twin? Well, put simply, it's a super detailed virtual model of a physical thing. In this case, an entire factory. And it's not just a pretty 3D drawing, no. It's a living simulation that mirrors the real world with incredible accuracy.
Honestly, the best way to get it is to think of it like a hyper-realistic video game of your factory. You can walk through the virtual aisles, you can operate the machines, you can test whole production lines, all before a single brick has been laid in the real world.
And this is a total game changer. The old way? It was all about building expensive physical prototypes and testing in the real world, where one mistake could cost you millions. The new way? It's all about virtual simulation. You can experiment, you can push the systems to their breaking point, and you can find the absolute most efficient layout with practically zero risk.
And you better believe the heavy hitters in Indian industry are all over this. Reliance is using digital twins to design its massive new gigafactories. Adverb is building virtual factories just to train their robots before they ever touch a real factory floor. This is a fundamental shift in how we plan industrial projects. All right, now we get to what I think is the coolest part. The factory's built, and it's time to flick the switch. This is where physical AI comes in, making the whole place intelligent, automated, and even capable of improving itself. So, physical AI is what happens when all that digital planning finally meets the real world. We're talking about robots that have been trained for thousands of hours in a simulation, and camera systems that don't just record video, they see and understand, performing quality checks with a precision that's literally superhuman. And companies like Wipro Pari, who are leaders in this space, they have it down to a science.
It's a four-step process. First, they simulate their robots in a virtual world like NVIDIA Omniverse. Second, they train the AI models in that simulation. Third, they digitally stress test every possible thing that could go wrong. And only then, once it's perfected and battle-tested, do they deploy it into the physical world with absolute confidence.
And check out these awesome real-world examples. At Tata Motors, they're using intelligent cameras for automatic quality control. They're also deploying these four-legged robots to do safety inspections in really tricky areas. I mean, this isn't science fiction, folks. This is happening on factory floors in India today.
So, let's zoom out. What does this massive, multi-layered collaboration really mean? Well, what we're witnessing is the birth of a completely new era for manufacturing. And not just for India, but quite possibly for the entire world.
It all comes back to this one powerful idea. This isn't about making old assembly lines a little bit faster. This is a fundamental reimagining of what a factory even is. It's treating it less like a bunch of machines and more like a single, intelligent organism that's built from code, from the ground up. So what are the big takeaways here? First, AI is now woven into every single stage, from designing a product 6 times faster to having robots do safety checks. Second, the digital twin is like the ultimate insurance policy. It lets companies perfect their billion-dollar gigafactories in the virtual world before they ever lay a single brick. And finally, this whole end-to-end process happening in India, it might just become the new global standard for how we build everything in the future.
Which leaves us with this one, kind of mind-blowing question to think about. By building things to be software-defined from day one, and combining these digital twins with physical AI, is India actually creating the definitive blueprint for every single factory that will be built on this planet from now on? It's a powerful thought to end on.